Radio Free Tatooine presents Galactic War Report, a Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes podcast.
Boshuda, fellow holotable hustlers. You're tuned into Galactic War Report, a Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes podcast that's better than some and worse than others. I'm Sean, a.k.a. the other Sean, and sitting across the holotable from me is Josh, a.k.a. the Golden Pop-Tart.
So, I mean, it's always interesting when we leave for vacation and then we come back and there's news upon news upon news. So,
yeah,
I mean, it's almost like we should say you're welcome for the fact that, you know, while we are gone, you got so much content.
Took one for the team, didn't we? Yeah,
we did.
Yeah. No, it's funny, too, because the week before, our last week before we took a week off, we were like, oh, there's no real news this week. So we're just going to talk about, I don't remember, it's just like Hemingway or like, I mean, who knows?
String theory. Yeah.
Run the breeze, shoot the breeze, run our mouths. And of course, while we're on vacation, the biggest like quality of life upgrade in the game in years drops. So we're going to talk about that. We also have a couple new kits for Kix. Kix kit? And Maz Kanata. So
I'm excited for her.
There's some stuff to talk about, you guys. So let's get into it. All right, first up, though, we got to celebrate a couple Blurf days. All right, as per usual, I only have this week's Blurf days, not last week's, because, like, who cares?
Yeah, right?
Who cares? Actually, last week was my daughter's Blurf day, so I'll mention that. Happy birthday. Sure. And then, so for this week, though, much more important is Death Trooper Peridia.
Oh, yeah.
On August 1st, it's the Nibbler himself, Death Trooper Peridia, turning 1 year old. I could have sworn they were older, but I guess not.
Feels that way now.
And then on the 2nd, it's Vulture Droid from 2019. So 6 years. That's it. That's the only Blurf days this week.
I guess usually the first part of August, you know, they just don't care. Not that
good,
they don't
though, care,
but
because I'm trying to like watch the calories a little bit, you know, and like having too many Blurf days. That's a lot of Blurf day cakes.
Speaking of cakes, that sounds weird too. We were just at Sam's Club for us, and we're like, look down, and there's a tuxedo cake, and we're like, we don't need that, but we needed that, so we ended up leaving. Like, there's no reason for cake, but maybe we were just celebrating for Vulture Droid.
Love it.
So yes.
Ugh. All right, I just broke my camera completely. My webcam is doing some crazy things, but we're back. All right. Events. There's not a whole lot of events this week either, but
Conquest.
We got a few from swgohevents.com for a complete list of past, present, and future events. swgohevents.com is a universe of info in a galaxy of heroes. Now, like you said, we do have Conquest Monday, so that's going to keep us busy. It's all okay.
Oh, yeah.
And there's already guides popping out on Reddit. Like they're out there. We're not guide people because we don't know what we're doing, and we're not going to pretend to tell you what to do.
Agreed.
That's a silliness. Come on. But this week we've got on the 1st, we have an Omega battle on Jakku. On the 3rd, we have training droid smuggling, as well as contraband cargo, the original. On the 4th, we've got an Omega battle on Bespin. And on the 5th, we have Defense of Dathomir. Now, if that ain't a week that just screams excitement.
I know, right?
I don't know what to tell you. But, you know, like I said, Conquest, it'll keep you busy. For all the complaining about people do about different game modes, not me. Not me. Conquest is like, it takes up some time, but like it's not so bad.
Agreed.
You don't have to remod for Conquest. And that's one of my metrics, one of my kind of benchmark things. Do you have to remod for it? No? Awesome. That's great.
We're okay.
Yeah.
I mean, plus, to be honest, at a certain point, I mean, you get to actually play with your characters. I mean, I think that is something in this game that is interesting. It just, I mean, I just want to sometimes play. I mean, it's nice to actually have a Bad Batch that wins, right? Like, I mean, it might be at the end when you're basically just doing as little as you can, but I mean, at least you get to use some of the characters.
So
I know.
Maybe here. Oh, boy. Yeah. I look forward to it. We're going to talk about the datacrons for Conquest next week, actually, because we took a week off. We're going to be a little behind the ball for a minute here. It's going to work out, but for now, just bear with us. I mean,
you're not listening for our structure, right?
Actually, we could talk about them just a little later in the show. I'd like to talk about the focused datacrons just a little bit. Okay. Because I think there's some meat on them bones. Just a little bit of meat. So before we get into any of these stories, I want to give a quick shout out to our fantastic Patreon supporters. If you enjoy what we do and you want to be a part of this here community, head over to patreon.com/Galactic War Report. You can get VIP access to the Discord server, early access to our episodes, and of course, our weekly Doth Chat, where we chat with patrons each Wednesday at 8:30 p.m. Eastern. Your support keeps the lights on and the Sandcrawlers running. Now then, punch it, Pop-Tart.
All right. So, we start a little bit with the little bit lesser news, but still kind of fun. They CG decided, okay, we're looking at the raid. People are having too much fun being able to undersize these. So we got to do something about that. But guess what? They decided they're not going to do anything about it. But there's a warning with this. I love this. It says no plans to change at this moment. But if we see any type of interactions that we don't feel should be working, that may change. I just I don't know why. I just got that, it's like, yeah, you can go, but I'll be watching.
Reserve the right to alter the deal. Yeah.
And I mean, again, I just did mine. I'm trash. I know I'm trash. My teams are trash, right? Like it's not going to affect me if there's a few people that are able to solo this. Like I tip my cat. Yeah, my cat. It's her name's Willow. She's tipping her hat to you currently right now. Yeah, right. But now another interesting thing though, which I thought was funny at first, I didn't realize. So I guess they were doing some testing on pirates, which shows maybe they're doing some testing, right? So they're actually changing it to at the end when Lord Vader is kind of going off in the end, right before he says, I'm done with this. Now he's going to also prevent revives, and then he does true damage. So guess what, pirates? Before you even get your pirates to truly work, you're getting nerfed already. So,
oh my goodness.
But at first I didn't read it right. So I thought, oh my gosh, we're not planning to change the teams, but we're just going to make Lord Vader tougher at the end. But then I did read, okay, so this is not this isn't for, those solos. It truly is just going to be for the pirates. So must be that Maz and them really do a pretty good number. I hope so. At some point that we feel like we truly get to control, but
yeah.
So
yeah, we'll see. I think that's so silly. Nerfing the team before. Okay,
I know that. Agreed.
I mean, I guess that's better than after. It's that's what testing looks like. Just I don't know. Hopefully, you catch that before it gets into the wild at all.
I mean, or just, I know it's a scenario too. I don't know. Maybe they just should have tested it earlier and then didn't ever tell us that they were nerfing it. It's like that old thing where, it's like, well, I'm going to buy you a bike. And then a couple minutes later, you're like, oh, by the way, that bike now is going to have one wheel. And so, and you're like, oh, okay. Like, I can see what I can do, but
yeah.
But still, again, Ray, if you are undersizing teams, congratulations. It looks like you're probably still going to be able to do that. Just guess what? Your Pirates, they're going to be a little bit weaker, but still.
Now, this leads me to a question. What are your go-to teams for the raid?
Yeah. So raid-wise for me is Bad Batch team. Typically that one is my normal one there. I do have a Keller and Beck team that I kind of use. I have the librarian in there and basically just a group of other Jedi. I do use a 3-man pirate team with Sana, Hondo, which is a jerk, keeps on leaving. Like, he just bails on me most of the time. And then Nest. And so really that's the team there. Now, what was the other one I used today? And then of course I have Tarkin and the Dark Side clones. I do the whole team. I don't have all relics yet, so that really means it's not getting too much. But and then I just do a leftover Jedi team. How about for you?
Sure. Well, it's interesting, like using the Wookiee bot in Discord, and based on what I've seen on YouTube and Reddit, etc., I put together, kind of a tiered list of this, and I've got my Keller and Beck team, right? And I've got Ayla, Plo Koon, Jocasta, and Shaak Ti. Specifically because Plo Koon's relic 8.
Yep.
Beck is 7. Shaak Ti is 7. So Jocasta and Ayla are 5. I could bump those two up to 7. Realistically, it's going to be forever before I get Mace. So that would give me a solid team to run at the Relic 7 level. Because I don't know that I want to take them all to 8. But at any rate, I've got that. Yeah. I've got my Bad Batch all at Relic 5. All good there. The Wookiee bot is like, hey, you feeling spicy? You want to try Tarkin and Scorch? Just the two of them? And I tried it a couple times, and I can confidently say, no, I don't want to try that. So it's still saved as one of my squads. But as I go in this time, I'm going to redo that, because last time I tried it, and it was just, it wasn't like a pain in the butt. It was just so far from working. So very far. And my Scorch is not 7 stars. So he's 5 stars. I can take him to Relic 3. That's as high as he goes. But it doesn't matter. Just getting absolutely wrecked. So I just ended up doing the Relic 3 tier with Tarkin and all the clones, because that's not worth my time messing with that. And I've heard that it does require a lot of restarts to get it to work right. And man, if you have the time and the mental fortitude to do that, hats off to you.
Right. Agreed.
But I think listeners to the pod will not be surprised to know that I am not playing that game. So I ended up doing that full team. And then I think I did. I have a pirate team with Sana, Hondo, and Nest. And I ran SM33 as well. I don't think he did anything. He got smoked pretty quick. And then I don't have another one saved. I did. Oh, yeah. WookieeBot told me to run Apo solo. And that was silly. So I just did some Ramshackle Jedi. I'm working on what are my teams actually going to be, and trying to build those out. I'm working on Ithano right now, just so I have a pirate leader.
There you go, right?
I figure Ithano, Quiggled, Kix, Hondo, and Enfys Nest, something like that. Maybe instead of Kix, SM33, because I'll be able to use him at Relic 5 already. So, anyways, I was just curious.
Yeah, sure.
So yeah, the raid not changing our ability to do that, but I'm not taking that ability. I don't want that.
Yeah.
That does not fill my cup.
So yeah. So then let's move on actually to some of the game changes. And
yeah,
we're probably not going to go into crazy detail, but we'll still give a little info just because there's a few things that I feel like are fundamental changes to this game that have finally happening. So let's just talk about it right now. Like the fact that they decided after how many years? 9 years of this game.
Yeah.
Relics wise, again, too, I'm backpedaling a little bit, but
5 years, 6 years of relics, something like that.
There's someone listening going, why don't you just say what it is? Okay, I'm going to say what it is. It's actually, they have decided finally after all of these years that it does not matter the star level. You can actually go into relics because in this game currently, if you are free to play, it's basically 6 months before. Yeah, 6 months.
Before your character is even remotely usable.
Right. So, imagine going through and getting that new game for the Xbox and you're about ready to play it. And it says, okay, in 6 months, you can play this game.
Mm-hmm.
So that's tough in this. And I think for
feels
finally,
bad. Yeah,
it feels bad. But now, if you have a 4-star character, you can actually go up into relics, which is amazing. And, it's so fun because for myself, I've been working on the dark clones, right? So magically, all of a sudden this happens. I get all of them up to where they need to go. It's freaking out right now. If you're trying to go above, like it just basically crashes the game.
I found that out the first day. I was like,
too.
oh, maybe that's the star limit I'm hitting. Yes, it is. Okay.
I'm just like, well, these times I'm going to do it and just the game won't reload. But so far, so good.
Right.
But it took me 3 times before I realized, it's because I'm at the limit.
Yeah,
but,
same here.
But either way. But yeah, so how it works is that if you have 5 stars, you can go up to Relic 3. If you're going to be at the 4 stars, you go to Relic 2. Relic 4 is going to be 6. And then, of course, 7 stars, you can go anything from there. And the nice thing is this works for any single character. It works for everybody. So I know I saw a lot of people, at least even in our guild, we went up a decent amount of GP.
We did.
Just because I think it really made it, one, you got all the new characters. You can automatically get them up. But also, too, I think there were some other people that they did. So that was really kind of cool.
I think this makes sense. It comes at a time also, you think about their incentive for doing this. Like, the players like it, but that's not incentive enough for CG to do something like that. Like, it's
not about love.
It's not. No, I don't.
This is arranged marriage.
To say, yeah. But like, just because it would make people happy, it disrupts the economy of the game a bit, right? Like it changes that. So usually they put a lot of thought into something before they monkey with that. But that said, I think one of the reasons for doing something like this is that you've got this raid where we get to send 5 teams in here, and there just aren't 5 teams that are worth a squirt, Like, so letting us take these characters that are not farmable yet, and like, all right, they're not farmable, but fine, take them into relics. Okay, now we're talking, and this can kind of speed things up a little bit toward getting some of these characters unlocked. So, like Mace or Hondo, maybe some of them will come into play, but when it's stuff like Relic 9, it doesn't matter.
39 p.m.
Thank you, Watch, for telling me what time it is. But yeah, my point is, now neither of us have a 7-star Scorch, but we can relic him.
Yep.
Temple Guard, Depa, not even farmable, but we can give them some relics and get that moving so that these characters can be used in the raid and give you some kind of chance. Ithano, Quiggled, like at least some people can build a pirate team now.
Yeah.
They may not be great, but you can do it. So I think that's part of it, is like this raid with one of the best teams being Mace, which almost no one has. And I mean, I don't think a lot of people are going to have him anytime soon either. Nope. Even if he comes back soon, like, we're not ready, Because
it's the third time for us, I think, because we have the whales, right? Again, right? Or Krakens, if you want to say two, for the first one. Second one, I don't think
it's a little whaley.
Yeah, and I don't think they actually had everybody unlockable the last time when it was Balin, if I remember right. And I think it was the third time for both of us, and we farmed as soon as they could farm. I mean, now this time around, we do have those additional, challenge, things. So they're like, for you actually do buy that small pack too, and it gets you a lot farther ahead than I do, and I don't spend the money. So I do think even with this relic stuff, the one thing it does, it incentivizes people to buy that 4-star, both in the sense that.
And episode passes.
Yeah,
the value of episode passes just went way up. When you get 20 extra shards just for having a pass.
Yeah.
Like, that matters, because now it's not just unlocked 3 stars chilling. You're going to get them up to 4 stars and relics and start seeing value out of it.
Oh, I mean, so far I've tried to use the clones with Vader on other stuff, and it's just okay. So I don't feel like it's like, I mean, huge. That's the interesting part too, is like, I mean, I put on defense because why not? Right. Like, so
yeah, I do as well.
Just because, I mean, it's not like I've been able to use, I did put them in arena that didn't go well. So, I mean, so far I haven't seen a drastic difference, other than I do like the aesthetics of having them in relics, other than it doesn't show you now on the front on how many shards you have. So
I don't know why that space is just blank.
I know. Like,
I think they'll probably add that back in. I would have to assume they'll add that back in. That just seems like a pretty big oopsie.
But yeah, so I do think it's great for the game. I think it's really great for new people coming in. I do think this game is still extremely difficult for new people coming in. Like, it's not like certain things where, other games where you can get just one thing and it just works, right? Or in Marvel Strike Force, there's really not. I mean, if you go get Apocalypse and do all that stuff for him when he came out, he was great, but it wasn't like it was gonna, you could play with a lot of different characters. In this game, if you don't have a Galactic Legend, you're gonna do horrible in Grand Arena. So good.
Yeah, speeding that up makes a lot of sense, and it's like I said, if you can just build some Relic 3 teams to get into this raid,
it's worth it.
That's something. That's something right there. So yeah, I like it. It's a little more confusing because I look at my roster and I'm like, okay, who am I upgrading, and what am I upgrading on them?
Yeah,
that's the other big question.
It is. I agree on that one. That is, but we're just such characters of habit in this game. But so yeah, so that is the relic change. Again, that's already in the game. So last week when you were jonesing for your Galactic War Report, you're able to relic up. So it all works out in the long run. But
now, what's this other new bit in this update with the Lightspeed tokens?
Yeah, so it looks like it's going to be a new consumable to where you're basically going to be able to do your hyperdrive, but I think they're going to end up, there's some data, there's some I still don't understand how they can do all this cracking and getting all the data from the game ahead of time, data mines, but it really looks like you're going to be able to go through and upgrade certain characters based on, this new type of currency. And it looks like you're not going to be able to go through and do your Galactic Legends, your Conquest units. It's really going to be made just like what they're doing for the Lightspeed bundles, but now it's going to be a little bit more controlled. And the good part of this too is that as you get this, there's going to be different tier levels. So like if you say, I think somebody online, one of the pieces like Darth Maul, right? So if you get a Darth Maul, one of these light, they're called the light speed tokens. Yeah. If you get one and say it's a level 3, I mean, basically that means you get to unlock them, and that's going to be 3 stars. That's going to be gear 10, ability level 3, right? So basically it gets you an unlock. But the top one, which is going to be the Kyber, is going to be very similar to all of your normal light speed or hyper speed bundles. So you're actually going to get them at level 85, 7 stars, relic 5 with ability 7. Now, if you're sitting there thinking, oh man, it'd be great to have my Omicrons and my Zetas, guess what? This is going to be just like the light speed bundle. You're basically going to give yourself so much more time, but you're still going to end up needing to apply those. But now let me grab in here real quick too. When it looks at the some of the data mine pieces to it, again, early sides to it. I mean, it really seems like the ones that they're showing right here is going to be Geonosian Spy, Saz Ventress, Dooku, Stap. I think would be good for me. I would love to have that if they're going to go out there. So these are going to be the light speed tokens that they're there. So it looks like most of these are so most of these are going to be the last tier. So it looks like most of your even General Grievous is in here too. So Magna Guard. So if you can go through, for me, like I said, I'm really hoping that it's a Stap, because if I'm able to all of a sudden get like a free upgrade, and you can get this both in, it sounds like it's going to be in your bundles too, right? So it sounds like you're going to be able to buy these, but also too, you can earn them. So if I can earn a Stap, that'd be awesome. And it's kind of, again, in Marvel Strike Force, they have this. Like, so currently right now, it's not current, but going on right now is going to be the Old Man Logan event. And then as you go through and you do certain things, you can automatically upgrade certain characters. And so it sounds to me like this is going to be very similar. For me, that was nice because, again, I played Marvel Strike Force, but I'm a very, very casual and haven't played since the beginning. So I can unlock some characters just for doing other things. And it really seems like this is going to be the case for it. Yeah.
I'm looking at the episode pass right now too, and the two that are on here are both smuggler ones. They said they're starting with smugglers and separatists. The smuggler one on the free tier is will take someone to level 85, gear 12, 4 stars. So not going to do a lot for me. The other one, the pardon me, I went on vacation and developed a cough, which is a really just rude thing to develop on vacation. But anyways, the one on the paid tier is 5 stars, relic tier 1. So they're not maxing out characters, and for end game players, I think these are going to do almost nothing.
Agreed. I was thinking the same thing.
Because they said they're only going to use them for characters that are like a year old or older, right? By then, end game players they've got them. They've got them geared up. They're ready. But you can dismantle them, get Kyrotech, even some of the higher tiers, you get like signal data and the bronzium wiring, carbonite circuit boards, that kind of business for dismantling them. Which honestly, I suspect that's what end gamers are going to do with all these. You just cool. I got a token. Let me take it apart.
Yeah, no, right?
Like if it's not going to let me upgrade a new character, then I'm glad it's in the game. But I'll just take the dismantle stuff for it.
I mean, technically for myself, if I can get the token for Zori Bliss, and it will actually help me this time.
Yeah. Like for you, there's certainly going to be a couple out there that'll make sense.
But there's no way that I'm going to buy a pack so I can get 1 star higher.
Yeah.
But
Oh, and characters all unlock at 2 stars now. Or not all, but
but most of them.
Not Galactic Legends or that kind of stuff, but they all unlock it at 2 stars. So that's another change I forgot about. Anything else? I'm looking at the end. I feel like they just
there's
they
a
made
few
it
things
cheaper
in the end.
to upgrade as far as credit cost and ship material cost.
Again, helps young. It breaks that credit, barrier, at the beginning of the game. But later game, you just don't really have to worry too much with it. But 50% less.
Yeah.
I mean, that's great. I do think too. What I like is the fact that now all these events that you've already beaten for like Radis and all that type of stuff don't show up anymore.
Yes.
So that's really nice. Another thing that was really cool is. Again, I don't have this problem, but some of you may. But you can do up to 100 battles in your campaigns to sim. Yeah. That's great. So now you don't have to do 20 at a time. But still, again, it's kind of nice that they can kind of go through to do that. Now, other little pieces is you can actually now sort a little bit easier. You can go by relic level, Lightspeed token applications. I mean, there's a lot of new filters that they have in there. I haven't seen some of the Omicron ability one yet. I'm not sure if you have, but
I haven't seen it in my game, but I've seen pictures of it. Yeah,
but I mean, when I go to my all, I don't see it in there for me. So that's kind of the weird piece. But I do see relic level. Then I do see the gear level, empty mod slots, but it's really all I see so far. So maybe that's something that's going to be there, or maybe I just don't have any of that. So.
Oh. Yeah, no, I thought. It's under the filter, not the
filter, not
sword.
the other one. Okay.
Yep. So you go to filter, and there's like Omicron ability upgrade filters. I just spent mine today, so I have none available. But that's handy. That's handy. I'll take it.
Yeah, definitely. I actually do like that. Yeah. So yeah, that's going to be the main pieces that we have, and it's going to be automatically for me relic level. I think that's pretty awesome, but it's just good to see. Like we said earlier, it's nice to see it making it easier for people to play this game, and the more they can get people to play this game, and the more those new people spend money, it's even better for us because we need this to last forever. And so that's going to be our main changes there. Now, other thing I will say before we get into kind of the kits is going to be Hondo requirements. And if you go into your journey guide, they sneak stuff in. Like I thought they used to be like a big reveal and stuff when stuff came through. Now they just kind of, happens. But guess what? Another Relic 9 and we got a Relic 8. Now your General Skywalker, guess what? All you folks that at one point had him at Relic 9.
You were ahead of the curve.
There you go. So congratulations. And those that you got the goods and then never ended up putting it back to Relic 8 back in the day and to 9. Well, guess what? Now you get a chance. But
it's time.
But
I think mine's 8.
Mine's 8 too.
One more.
But now kicks there is going to be Relic 6. I mean, we haven't seen a 6 too often other than Ezra was 6, but
6 for kicks.
I know, right? Makes sense. And guess what? I mean, I don't want to get him to 7 if it's not going to be something too crazy, even though he looks like a fun kit. But now you're Quiggled, only Relic 5. But the one that people love is going to be the fact that your Ray Scavenger, excuse me. Well, I think I'm dying for a moment. Needs to be a Relic 8. Your Ray Scavenger gets to be a Relic 8. Amazing.
Boo.
I don't get why that is. I mean, I don't understand, but
no, for Hondo, they're just picking random things to make us do,
But I mean, we don't even. I mean, some people use her like Star Killer, but there's no point there. I mean, she's just not. Either way,
she's not even good on a resistance team. Like she's not a good character.
Again,
she was when she came out. She was amazing, right? That was 8 years ago.
Yeah. I mean, for me, again, Marvel Strike Force, I have characters that have totally lot like higher up than they should be because guess what? I want them to be. So in this case, she is a main character in a movie. So that's what I'm going to tell myself when I hit those buttons to hit that Relic 8, that this game doesn't really based on any canon or anything like that. But like you said earlier, I mean, this game's what movie or thing did you see where Rey gets hit in the face 900 times and nothing happens, right?
Oh my goodness. Yeah. Yeah. We're referencing partially, my Twitch stream tonight was like, I felt bad because it was nice. Calvin Awesome rated me. He does that sometimes because I think he streams a little bit before me. So sometimes when he's finishing up, I'm just getting going. And that, that was cool. I had a lot of people watching, and like every fight was like the most painful, upsetting thing I've gone through in this game. So like you could see the spirit just leaving my body. Like I just don't want to be doing this anymore. And it was not my best stream. I don't know if I'll win or not, but let me derail for just a quick second. The whole point was that in Grand Arena 5v5, you set 11 teams on defense. Mm-hmm. And we don't necessarily have 11 teams that are going to beat those 11 teams. So like, I've always hated it when you have just enough. You get it all mapped out and you're like, sweet, cool, I got this. And one battle goes sideways and you lose. Mm-hmm. Because of one little RNG bit that you lose this whole round. That doesn't sit well with me, right? But I feel like lately that's not even what's happening here. What's happening is you log in, you see a wall of just a brick wall, right? Mm-hmm. And you're given a butter knife and told to get through this, and that there will be another wall behind it. You know, like the whole Barris Kron. That can go kick rocks. That's the
as quickly as possible.
Worst Datacron I've seen in quite a while. The Darkside Ray Kron, that can kick rocks. They're all just like, all these Datacrons come out that are like, man, this is going to make this team amazing. They're going to be unbeatable. Well, don't do it then.
I know.
Nothing should be unbeatable. Nothing should be unbeatable. And there's so many teams that can be beaten by Kenobi or nothing.
Yep. Yeah.
And it's just like, well, I can use Kenobi against Jabba, but not Slicker. So like it forces players into this like beating their head against a wall, and you're never going to get through it. Mm-hmm. And it's so unfun. It's Capital Games. It is so unfun. Listen to me. Stop it. I don't know how many times I have to say it. Every time we see new Datacrons, I say this. Stop it. Stop it. And then just to wrap it up, and then we get back into it, and I promise we'll get into kits. The reason I wanted to mention the new Datacrons just for a bit, we'll talk about them. We'll actually analyze them next week. But there's a Darth Vader focused Datacron. And the idea is for you to build out this Empire Strikes Back Hoth battle team. And it's cool because like, it's not like an Empire thing and a dark side thing. Literally every pip is a different character. It's 5 characters. So you're going to run Vader lead with Piet, Veers, Stark, and Snowtrooper. And I'm like, you know what? That's pretty clever. I like that. The first time I see it, it says something to the effect of like, at the start of the battle, if his allies are Piet, Stark, Veers, and Snowtrooper, Darth Vader can't be defeated.
Yeah.
And like from digging around on Reddit, and I guess Scribe did a video that I have not watched. It came across my feed. I haven't watched it yet, but that kind of debunks it a little bit. That like the phrasing of it makes it sound like if it's those 4 people on the team, Vader can't die. Period. You're going to have to spend 2 teams because you kill the ads and Vader can't die. So then you go in and he doesn't have ads and you can take him out. Apparently that's just kind of misworded. What's really happening is all 4 of those guys have to be defeated before Vader. Mm-hmm. Okay, cool. Much better. But the fact that I read that and I completely believed they would do that. I completely believed that they would make a datacron that just says, Darth Vader can't die. I was like, I was very upset, and I'm so glad that that's not the case. But like, I'm a pretty skeptical person. I honestly, like, I don't brag about a lot. I'm not super strong. I'm not super smart, super motivated. Like, I'm just a guy, you know, just a guy. But like, I am usually pretty good at not falling for, like, I'm skeptical. I'm good at that. And yeah, I totally believed that was a real thing, and that's scary to me. That I've been hurt so many times by these datacrons that are like,
yeah.
That I see that, and that's my thought. Okay, I'll shut up.
No. One last thing before even with this one, if so, say it doesn't that he just die, like he can't die. So every single time that somebody else dies, he resets his cooldowns and then takes a bonus turn. So that means he can do his massacre every single time that someone dies. Like,
it's gonna be stupid.
And
it's gonna be stupid for sure.
It's huge amounts of defense, huge amounts of, like, this is going to be stupid. I mean, there's just no way around it. I mean, the only benefit that we have is, like, how many people are going to have Snowtrooper crazy high relics? You know, I mean, I think
you don't have to for this because it's a focused datacron, so there's no relic requirements.
Oh,
yeah. Remember, like, when they put out the Phoenix one, and all these people had Phoenix, like, gear 12 or something, and
I know I should do it, but I can't imagine spending all of those points. Like, that's that's basically me saying I'm not going to do Omicrons. But anyways, all right,
my Snowtrooper is Relic 5, actually, because he had a datacron a long time ago that wasn't amazing, but it was pretty good. So I took him to Relic 5.
We're already at 42 minutes. I mean, we're going to be
painful. Let's talk kicks.
Yes, let's talk kicks. I think what we probably should do, because we still have a little bit. Why don't we do kicks, and then Maz can be next week too, as long as there's nothing too crazy. Yeah,
I mean, this is always the case with Conquest characters. I never feel urgently like we have to get this out right now, because it's going to be 3 months before you're
going to forget it anyway.
Actually get Maz. Yeah. The raid will almost be over when she finally hits the holotable.
When we finally have Mace.
Oh, my goodness.
It's all about Mace.
All right. So Kix is a light side clone trooper healer. He has that little maneuver that the clones do in Territory Battle that drives me nuts. When there's 2 healer clones and you kill one and the other one reses them, and then you kill the other, and they just, it's whack-a-mole. It's crazy.
It is.
So the first time I saw that animation, I was like, no, I can't become the thing I hate. So Kix is from a book, I believe. I think he's in the Captain Athano and Quiggled Journey to the Force Awakens book, or maybe a comic or something. But he's definitely from Star Wars literature. He is a pirate clone trooper, and he is known as like the last clone trooper because it's Force Awakens era. There shouldn't be a whole lot of clone troopers kicking around here. The short story, The Crimson Corsair and the Lost Treasure of Count Dooku is where he came from. Cool. All right, so his abilities. Basic is called Rapid Fire Blast. Deal special damage twice to target enemy and grant all pirate allies tenacity up for 1 turn. For each crit, dispel all debuffs from a random debuffed pirate ally. If no pirate allies were debuffed, a random pirate ally with less than 100% health recovers 5% health, and a random pirate ally with less than 100% protection recovers 5% protection. Yeehaw. During Kix' turn, he gains 1 stack of profit, max of 5 for the rest of the battle, and retribution for 2 turns. So, whatever. He gets retribution off of basic. That's not bad. Special 1 is called Explosive Response. Has a cooldown of 3. Kix dispels all debuffs on himself. Deals special damage to all enemies. Inflicts healing immunity for 2 turns. And steal critical hit immunity, heal over time, health up, health steal up, protection over time, and protection up. If any buffs were stolen, grant them to all pirate allies and reset their duration. I like that. For each enemy that didn't have any buffs stolen, he gains 1 stack of profit for the rest of the battle. If target enemy is a Sith, their cooldowns are increased by 1. Otherwise, call target other pirate ally to assist, dealing 50% more damage. Then his, oh boy, all right. His second special, his unique's going to take, that'll run us a couple minutes. The show.
Yeah, it
does. Special 2 is the emergency med pack. This is revive a random pirate ally with 50% health and protection. If the revived pirate ally is a tank, they taunt for 2 turns. Otherwise, they stealth for 2 turns. All pirate allies recover 10% health and protection. If no pirate ally was revived, reduce the cooldown of this ability by 2. All right, cool. So if you don't need to revive, you can do a little heal, and it doesn't take a full cooldown on it. That's clever. I like that.
I know.
This ability gains additional effects depending on how many stacks of profit Kix has. Kix loses 1 stack of profit for each effect triggered. 3+, all pirate allies gain 30% health and protection. 10+ stacks of profit. If there are no allied galactic legends, the weakest pirate ally gains damage immunity for 1 turn, which can't be copied, dispelled, or prevented. Cool. And then his Hondo. Unique. Ooh, this unique. All right. Republic Medic Corps. This is an Omicron for Territory Wars. So, Kix has plus 20 speed for each pirate ally below 100% health, and stealths for 1 turn whenever he falls below 100% health. Limit once per encounter. If Maz is the leader, all pirate allies gain 20% bonus protection and tenacity up for 1 turn at the start of the encounter. If Pirate King Hondo or Maz is the ally in the leader slot, the cap for profit is removed for Kix. Whenever a pirate ally is inflicted with healing, immunity, or shock, Kix dispels all debuffs on himself, gains speed up for 1 turn and 20% turn meter, and he assists himself the next time he uses a special. At the start of his turn, pirate allies below 100% health gain evasion up for 1 turn. Otherwise, they gain 20% offense for 1 turn. During his turn, his health and protection recovery abilities gain an additional 4% healing for each stack of profit on him. That's max 20%. If there are no allied galactic legends and there's an active ally, if Kix has 3 or more stacks of profit, the first time each pirate ally would be defeated, the defeated ally is revived with 30% health and protection, and Kix loses 3 stacks of profit. If Kix had 5+ stacks of profit, whenever he revives the ally, the revived ally gains 3 stacks of endure for 2 turns, which is can't be instantly defeated. Those are my least favorite words in the game. Instant defeat's instant defeat, man. Don't chicken out. That's I don't like that. No, they can't be instantly defeated. And the first time this character would be reduced to 1% health, dispel 1 stack of Endure, and recover 1% health, which can't be prevented. Well, that's silly. Reduced to 1%. You dispel a stack of Endure and recover 1% health. Why recover 1% health? That seems silly to me. I don't get that. But while in Territory Wars, he gains 20% crit avoidance, defense, and tenacity for the rest of the battle whenever a pirate ally falls below 100% health. That is once per ally. Whenever Kix revives a pirate ally, they gain a bonus turn and 100% offense for 1 turn. Their cooldowns are reset, and if they're a tank, they taunt for 2 turns. Otherwise, they stealth for 2 turns. If a pirate ally was unable to be revived, all active pirate allies gain 20% defense, health, and offense for the rest of the encounter, and 20% bonus protection for 2 turns. Whenever a pirate ally gains Endure, they gain damage immunity until the start of their next turn, which can be copied, dispelled, or prevented. It's hard to say. Like, there's a lot going on there.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't look like a massive game changer for Territory Wars. So,
agreed.
You know, it's a Territory War Omicron to me has to read like just jumping off the page, you know, like that's going to be amazing. If it doesn't look like that, it's hard to see that a lot of people are really going to go for it.
And I mean, it really has to be that thing that's going to be something on defense. It just feels like Great Mother's level. Like it really needs to be pretty dang strong. And again, for us, we know in our guild, we're probably going to lose. So, I mean, it's not going to matter that much if we had it.
We're not going to apply any of these. Yeah, no way.
But I mean, I do think it's interesting, and I like the fact that, you know, as other allies start to get hurt, he speeds up, you know, and I do like that. I just kind of wish that in some ways that some of the kit worked with the other clones. I know he's not made for those, but still, I mean, it would be kind of nice, especially since he's already a 501st. Can you imagine if you had a healer in the 501st? Like, if this worked for that too, that'd be pretty fun.
Yeah. Oh, holy smokes. So he was in that book, but he was actually in the Clone Wars.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know that. I didn't recognize. Nope. At all. Okay. Well, cool. That's where he comes from.
You learned something now. Now, I will say, looking at all of we've had some really cool abilities in some of these kits. We got some basic abilities with these one. I mean, like you said, it really seems like he's kind of a reused character from, territory battles there a little bit, but
yeah. I mean, he's simple, but he's got a lot going on with the unique.
Mm-hmm.
It's just using him is going to be relatively easy, which breath of fresh air. Fine. Cool. Good. Still curious. It's so hard to evaluate new pirates because you're like, are these guys going to help me with the raid?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I don't know what Hondo does. We have Maz's kit, but it's hard to say without testing, like, what's that going to look like?
Yeah.
So, yeah. Interesting and a fine addition to a pirate team.
Agreed. I mean, it just feels weird to hear that.
He'll be just as strong as the other pirates on the team. Okay, so that's Kix.
Mm-hmm.
That's what we got. There's still Maz to talk about. There's still Datacrons to talk about, and there's still whatever the heck else comes up this week.
I know, right?
So next week, I'll eat my Wheaties or my Kix, as it were.
Yeah,
and be ready for it. But before we leave, we do owe it to the people to tell them who over the last couple weeks who we're grinding. So take it away. Who are you grinding?
Yeah. So, kind of fun, actually. Like, I've only been working on the dirty clones, and magically, guess what? Now I can put up under relic. So,
isn't that nice?
It was kind of nice. Now, I will say, it does mess up my normal farming routine. So I will say that was kind of the tough part, but Apo went from 14 out of 100 up to Relic 7. So I'm not sure if I'm going to go any higher than Relic 7 for them, but as of right now, he's Relic 7. CX2 was 51 out of 65 up to 62 out of 85 and up to Relic 2. So nice to be in Relics. Now, Disguised actually went from 66 out of 85 up to Relic 5. About ready to go to Relic 6. And then Scorch went from 6 out of 65 up to a whopping 33 out of 65. But that does mean we do have relics on them at Relic 2. So
look out.
I know, right? It feels pretty good. This is one of I'm really looking forward. This is going to be an offensive team for me on offense for Grand Arena. So it's just going to be a fun team I'm going to use every single time. I've just decided. So I don't know what it beats yet in Grand Arena, but doesn't matter. It's going to happen. So
I don't remember. I was on Insight messing around on the stream today, and it definitely is listed as beating some things, but I don't remember what they were because I just kind of ignored it since I set mine on D.
Makes sense. Now my Mace stuff, it's going to be a while. I mean, Deepa had something, so she went from 6 out of 65 to 13 out of 65. So great.
Sure.
And then my Temple Guard went from 49 out of 65 up to 56 out of 65. So we got a bit before we're going to even worry about that. Now, Hondo wise, my captain went from 5 out of 30 to 22 out of 30. Again, was another pack for that. And Quiggled, I don't know what he was previously, but now he is 22 out of 30 because there was also a pack for him. So
yeah,
I ended up not unlocking Smee. I'm only at 215 actually. I'm a little bit nervous about that. I don't know. I must not have gotten. Yeah, I think that's what it was. I didn't buy as many as the packs. Maybe I don't know, but
yeah.
Only 215. So it's probably going to be almost to the third one, right? Because it's 25 to unlock each one at the second tier. So wow. Even though I'm really tempted to go hardcore for Maz. Weirdly, I don't know why, but we'll see. Anyways, now for Zetas, actually Omicron's, Apo did give him his territory battle one, so I'm looking forward to him being Relic 7, being able to use him in territory battles a little bit. So that'll be kind of nice as a whole. Still holding, I got 62, so I need to spend these Omicrons, but it is what it is. So that is kind of where I'm at. Get a few more relics. I'm up to 11.7. It's going to feel weird to get, like, when I got above 10 million GP, I was like, I'm a big boy now. Now I feel like at 12, I have zero excuses. Like there's zero, like I need to be better at this game. I'm just glad we didn't talk about Grand Arena. But
I'm comfortable with that feeling where I always feel like, I should probably be good at this game by now. I always feel that, but here we are.
And we don't. But so there is my bloated, well, that sounds weird, but my GP not implosion. Either way. All right, I need to just move on from this. So who you grinding?
Yeah, it's always tough when it's a 2-weeker. Because I'm sure I'm forgetting things.
Of course.
There's things I've upgraded that I just won't remember. But here's, to the best of my ability, a recollection of who I'm grinding. Sneaky Boy was 78 out of 100. And he's Relic 5 now. So he's raid ready. Let's do this.
Oh, yeah.
Scorch, I've got him at 5 stars, so I was able to take him up to Relic 3. That's where my clones are limited. He is currently 28 out of 85. So no, that can't be right. Yeah, he is 61 out of 85. So he's got a little while left to go. Additional things I'm doing for May stuff. We've got Temple Guard went from 32 up to 43 out of 100. I've taken him up to Relic 4. I want to hit Relic 5 after midnight, hopefully. And then, I don't know, I might mess around with him in the raid. He seems like he might help my secondary Jedi team, if nothing else. But yeah, he might be sort of useful. Depa Balaba, 52 up to 59 out of 85. She is gear 12, just kind of hanging out there. I mean, this change caught us all off guard, so none of us had the gear ready to do all of this and the relic stuff, you know. But going forward, eventually we'll get there to where like a new character comes out and we're like, sure, relics. You know?
Yeah.
What is that? How that feels so weird to
it's
be able to
be
do
awesome.
That. Jocasta and Ayla are both at Relic 5, and I'm really looking at pushing them up as well to, you know, kind of see if I can make something more happen on the raid until we get these other teams that take forever to get. Hondo stuff. My OG Hondo I took from Relic 6 up to Relic 7. He's, you know, it's going to be a minute. Veteran Smuggler, Chewbacca, haven't messed with. Quiggled is at 10 out of 85. I don't know where he was last week.
Wow, you said 10 out of 85?
10 out of 85, yeah. Got him up to 5 stars. He was episode pass, and then also one of those bonus, like as you're doing the episode feats, there was a chunk in there for him. So pretty lucky with him. I mean, Ethano is only 4 stars, but I got him up to 5. Ethano is 50, went from 50 up to 57 out of 65. Kicks, just got him with the episode pass and doing your daily stuff. He's at 25 out of 65 for me. Zetas, I gave Quiggled all of his, so I'm really just like, everyone's got their Zetas except Kicks and SM33. And I'm more inclined to do SM33 because he's Relic 5 and like throw him into the raid, get some tiny value out of him. So I'll probably do that first and then move on to Kicks. Omicrons, I probably did another one over the course of 2 weeks. I probably did another one that I've forgotten about, but I just did I Am Queen Amidala, which is like her AoE move that actually does something now. I was reading through it and it was like on .gg that was like, hey, a lot of people have this. And I'm like, all right, well, why? So I look into it and it does a lot. Like her AoE is just kind of like not impressive without it, but with it, that takes care of some business. So I kind of like that. And I know she's not like that. That's not going to be the secret to my success in Grand Arena, but it feels kind of cool. And I use that team on defense sometimes and on offense sometimes. So like it's one that I'll actually get to experience instead of just throw it on a defensive team and hope for the best, you know.
Actually, I don't use her for offense ever, but I need to do that.
It's kind of fun. I mean, obviously Obi-Wan just hits like a Mack truck, so that part is fun. For Datacrons, I'm in a pretty good place. I finally got that Barriskron, so like I got everything out of that set that I wanted, and I still have some currency left. Like, I don't know, I guess I'll spend some of that. So like the credits are one thing, or data caches, whatever. But like the actual building block things, I feel like I ought to use those up and just take some 6s up to 7 or 3s up to 4, you know, something like that. So that's probably how I'll spend all that. That's all we got for you this week. It may not be the best advice, but at least we didn't recommend any kind of datacrons that literally say you can't defeat anybody. That's a hill I will die on. If you want to continue the conversation, join our Discord server. It's linked in the show description. You can become a real live Jawa by supporting us on Patreon. You can share your thoughts by leaving us a podcast review. Big thanks also go out to Haburapa and swgoh.gg and swgohevents.com for providing all the hard data we misinterpret weekly. Thanks for tuning in, and may the Force and RNG be with you.